Welcome back to Gold Rush Reporter, your go-to channel for everything gold and silver. Today, we're diving into something truly special. The incredible journey of gold from the mine all the way to refined bars. If you've ever wondered how 24-karat gold is transformed from raw nuggets into those perfect bars you see in vaults, this is going to blow your mind. Stick around until the end, because we're also covering silver's journey. And trust me, you don't want to miss that. Now, picture this. You're at the Perth Mint Refinery, one of the most advanced facilities in the world. I had the rare chance to film their process firsthand. Let me walk you through it step by step. It all starts when gold is mined and delivered to the refinery. Each batch is treated carefully because every gram counts. The gold may look similar, but not every piece is the same. That's why the first step is melting it down in a furnace to create a uniform mixture. Here's where it gets fascinating. The refinery uses massive furnaces, and because gold is extremely heavy, they need cranes to move the molten metal safely. Safety gear is a must, and I was observing from behind a glass window, so I could see it all without risking a thing. Once melted, small samples are taken to the on-site lab for analysis. This determines the exact purity, which is critical for negotiations with the mines. They don't just buy it blindly. They analyze, calculate, and then negotiate based on the weight and purity. After that, the gold goes into the primary refining process, which is essentially removing impurities. In the past, this involved chlorine and other large equipment, but today they use advanced pyrometallurgical advanced melting units, PAM. Here, gold is heated to extreme temperatures and contaminants are boiled away. The result is gold that's about 95 to 96% pure. It's then shaped into forms that can undergo secondary refining, where it reaches nearly 99.99% purity. Secondary refining is fascinating. The gold is transformed into anodes and suspended in a solution of concentrated hydrochloric and nitric acids. This dissolves the last of the impurities. You end up with gold threads dangling in the cells, almost magical to see. Finally, the gold is converted into granules or shot, dried, and stored in containers weighing about 60 kilograms each. Over $8 million in gold just in these containers. This is where the refinery's precision shines. Robots load graphite molds with the gold shot for bar production, ensuring the correct weight every time. From 1 ounce bars to 1 kilogram bars, all sizes are made on the same machines, just using different molds. They even add tiny gold wires to adjust the weight perfectly before stamping. We saw how gold is melted, sampled, analyzed, and goes through primary and secondary refining to reach near perfect purity. Now, let's explore the final stages of gold refining and begin the story of silver. Once gold reaches that 99.99% purity level in the secondary refining process, it still isn't ready for bars or coins. The next step is casting the refined gold into the desired shapes. Here, the molten gold is poured into molds, which have been carefully preheated so that the metal flows evenly and doesn't stick or lose shape. Precision is crucial. One slight error could alter the weight, which is unacceptable in the bullion market. The refinery uses automated systems to ensure every mold is loaded with the exact amount of gold. In some cases, they even add thin gold wires to adjust the weight precisely, ensuring 1 kilogram bars are perfect. After casting, the gold bars are stamped with all the necessary details: weight, purity, and serial number. It's a precise, almost mechanical process, but watching it is mesmerizing. The level of control and accuracy is mind-blowing. Now, imagine the scale of this operation. A single container can hold over 60 kilograms of gold, meaning millions of dollars in pure metal. These containers are carefully stored and eventually distributed to mints or wholesalers for sale to investors and collectors. This system ensures that the gold maintains its integrity from the moment it leaves the mine until it reaches the market. But gold isn't the only star here. Silver refining is just as impressive. Unlike gold, silver doesn't require a primary refining stage. It moves directly into secondary refining, which is just as meticulous. Silver is first melted and cast into anode shapes, then immersed in a chemical solution of nitric acid and silver nitrate. This process removes the remaining impurities, leaving what's known as 4 nines, fine silver, or 99.99% pure. You may notice the unique shapes of silver after refining, sometimes sponge-like, sometimes crystalline. These forms are used in further processing to create bars of different sizes, from hand-polished smaller bars to massive 1,000-ounce bars destined for the London bullion market. The refinery handles all of this with incredible efficiency, ensuring quality and consistency across all batches. It's fascinating to see how both gold and silver start as raw material, yet go through such detailed, high-precision processes to become the bullion we invest in. The attention to detail, from sampling and purity analysis to casting and stamping, ensures that investors can trust the metal they're buying. Continuing our deep dive into the Perth Mint refinery, now we focus entirely on silver refining and the creation of investment-grade silver bars. As mentioned, silver takes a slightly different route than gold. Once it's brought in from the mines, silver is melted immediately and formed into anode shapes. These anodes are crucial because they allow the refinery to conduct electrolytic refining, which removes remaining impurities and ensures the metal reaches 99.99% purity, also known as 4 nines fine silver. One of the first fascinating things to notice is the shape of refined silver. Unlike gold bars, which are straightforward, silver often comes out in sponge-like or crystalline forms. While this might look unusual, it's an essential step in separating impurities. Every particle counts. Even tiny traces of other metals are removed, either in the solution bath or during subsequent processes, ensuring that the final product is high grade and consistent for industrial and investment purposes. After refining, silver is cast into bars of various sizes. This includes both hand-polished, smaller bars and massive 1,000-ounce bars, which are a staple in the London Bullion Market Association, LBMA. The refinement and casting machines are highly automated, yet some manual intervention is still required, especially for finishing and polishing. This ensures each bar meets strict industry standards. Watching the silver dust and molten flows being carefully poured into molds is mesmerizing. It demonstrates the precision and care involved in producing bullion. Every silver bar also undergoes inspection and quality control. This is critical because even minor impurities can affect weight, value, and market trust. Technicians examine each batch, verify weight, and check the metal's purity. After this, bars are stamped with identifying marks, including the weight, purity, and often a serial number. This step is similar to gold, but requires handling more volume due to the typically larger quantities of silver being refined at once. An interesting fact is that some silver can appear almost like dust after initial refining. This isn't waste. It's simply silver in a granular form that is later melted down and cast into bars. The refinery carefully collects every particle, because at the scale they operate, even small losses can mean thousands of dollars in metal. This meticulous approach ensures efficiency and maximizes the yield from every shipment of raw silver. It's impressive to see how both gold and silver refining combine traditional metallurgy techniques with modern automation. Robots help with exact weight measurements, pouring, and mold handling, while human oversight ensures quality and precision. This balance of tech and expertise is what allows the Perth Mint to produce some of the highest quality bullion in the world. Now, let's continue with the final stages of silver refining and preparation for the market. After silver is cast into bars, ranging from small investment sizes to massive 1,000-ounce bars, it undergoes a final inspection and finishing process. Every bar is checked for weight accuracy, purity, and surface quality. Some require hand polishing, particularly the smaller bars, to ensure they meet the exacting standards demanded by investors and the LBMA. Even tiny imperfections can impact resale value, so attention to detail is critical. Once polished and stamped with weight, purity, and serial numbers, the bars are carefully packaged. The packaging isn't just for aesthetics. It protects the silver from damage during storage and transport. Bars are then transported under high security conditions, often in armored vehicles with strict chain of custody protocols. Every step is documented, from the moment the silver leaves the refinery to when it reaches the bullion market or a private investor. This meticulous approach prevents loss, theft, or tampering. Another fascinating aspect is storage and vaulting. The Perth Mint and other major refineries store significant quantities of silver in high-security vaults. These vaults are climate-controlled to prevent corrosion and maintain the integrity of the metal. Large bars are stacked on pallets, while smaller investment-grade bars may be organized in tamper-evident cases. This ensures that each bar is traceable and accounted for, which is essential in the global bullion market. From an investor's perspective, understanding this journey highlights why physical silver carries intrinsic value. It's not just a commodity. It's carefully refined, tested, and secured to meet international standards. Whether you're buying a 1-ounce maple leaf or a 1,000-ounce bar, you're getting silver that has undergone rigorous metallurgical and quality controls, guaranteeing its purity and weight. The process also underscores the difference between gold and silver. Gold requires a primary refining step before secondary refining, while silver often skips the primary step and moves straight to secondary refining due to the different chemistry and impurities involved. Despite these differences, both metals are treated with the same level of precision, ensuring that what eventually reaches investors is of maximum quality and liquidity. Finally, watching this process firsthand gives a unique perspective on why precious metals are such a trusted store of value. Unlike paper assets, silver and gold have tangible properties that can be refined, weighed, and verified. The Perth Mint's combination of advanced technology and human expertise ensures that each bar, whether gold or silver, represents real, verifiable value. In the next and final part, we'll wrap up the entire experience, summarize the gold and silver refining process, and provide insights on how investors can leverage this knowledge for smarter stacking and investing. We'll also cover some tips on buying from trusted sources, storage strategies, and why understanding the refinery process can give you an edge in the market. This is where theory meets reality, showing you exactly how raw metals become the bullion bars investors rely on. And here we are at the final part, wrapping up our journey through the incredible gold and silver refining process at the Perth Mint. What we've witnessed is more than just a factory floor. It's the meticulous transformation of raw, mined metals into investment-grade bullion that you and I can trust. From the initial melting, sampling, and analysis, through primary and secondary refining, to the final polishing, stamping, and secure packaging. Every step is designed to guarantee purity, weight, and quality. Seeing gold heated to extreme temperatures, poured into precise molds, refined to 99.99% purity, and finally shaped into bars or coins is nothing short of awe-inspiring. Silver, while following a slightly different process, undergoes just as much care, ensuring that each 1,000-ounce bar or 1,000-gram bar meets international standards. The attention to detail, safety protocols, and automation, combined with human oversight, highlight why physical precious metals remain such a trusted store of value. For investors and stackers, Understanding this process isn't just curiosity, it's strategic knowledge. Knowing how bullion is refined, tested, and secured allows you to make informed decisions when buying, selling, or storing your metals. It shows why buying from reputable sources like the Perth Mint, SD Bullion, or other certified dealers matters. It also gives context to the premiums you pay over spot prices, the importance of verifying authenticity, and the security measures that protect your investment. Remember, gold and silver aren't just commodities, they're real assets with intrinsic value that governments, central banks, and investors worldwide rely on. By seeing the process firsthand, you gain insight into why these metals hold value through economic cycles, monetary uncertainty, and financial crises. This knowledge also gives you confidence in making decisions that protect your wealth over the long term. Before we close, I want to remind you that this is just one part of the journey. Understanding refining, sourcing, and bullion handling can significantly enhance your stacking strategy. Pay attention to purity, provenance, and proper storage. Whether you're buying 1-ounce coins or 1,000-ounce bars, these fundamentals matter. Thank you for joining me on this behind-the-scenes tour of gold and silver refining. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe to Gold Rush Reporter, hit the notification bell so you never miss updates, and leave a comment with your thoughts or questions. I love hearing from fellow stackers and investors, and your engagement helps us bring more detailed insights directly from the precious metals world. Stay informed, stay prepared, and keep stacking smart. Until next time, this is Gold Rush Reporter, signing off.